Imagine sitting at a wedding surrounded by laughter, music, and people dancing, but you're completely invisible, treated like you don't even exist. That was me, until a stranger leaned down, smiled, and whispered, "Pretend you're with me." That one sentence changed everything, and what followed shocked everyone, including my wife. My name is Ethan, 34 years old, and until recently I thought I had the perfect marriage. I'd been with my wife, Hannah, for 8 years, married for 5. We built what I thought was a life of trust and love. But slowly, little cracks started to show, missed calls, late-night work meetings, and sudden trips to see friends. I wanted to believe her, but my gut screamed otherwise. Then came the wedding invitation from Hannah's childhood best friend, Laura. I wasn't thrilled about going, but Hannah insisted. "It'll be fun," she said. "Besides, everyone wants to meet you properly." We arrived at the stunning banquet hall, fairy lights draped from the ceiling, the smell of roses filling the air. But almost immediately, something felt off. Hannah floated from group to group, laughing, drinking, introducing herself with ease, while I was left standing alone, ignored like an outsider. She never introduced me as her husband, just Ethan. As the night went on, it became obvious. She was trying to hide me. Every time I approached, she'd quickly shift the conversation or pretend she hadn't seen me. When I asked her about it, she hissed, "Don't embarrass me tonight, just blend in." So there I sat, alone at a corner table, watching my own wife act like I didn't exist. People whispered, some smirked, others looked at me with pity. My chest tightened with humiliation. I wanted to leave, but that's when it happened. A tall man in his late 30s, sharp suit, confident but kind eyes, walked up to my table. He leaned down and whispered, "Pretend you're with me." I blinked, confused, but before I could respond, he offered his hand and pulled me up like we'd been friends for years. "Everyone, meet Ethan," he said loudly, his voice commanding attention. "He's with me." The crowd froze. Hannah's face drained of colour. The man introduced himself as Marcus, the groom's older cousin, who, as it turned out, was also one of the investors in the very company Hannah worked for. Marcus wasn't done. He wrapped an arm around my shoulder and said, "You know, it's rare to meet someone as humble as Ethan. Do you all realise what he does?" Hannah panicked. "Marcus, stop, please." But Marcus smirked at her, then looked at the crowd. "Ethan runs his own consulting firm. The very reason some of you even have jobs today is because of the contracts he brought in. And yet, I've watched all night as people treated him like a nobody, even his own wife." Gasps filled the room. Eyes darted between me and Hannah, judgment clear on their faces. My humiliation turned into fire. I finally had the chance to speak. I looked straight at Hannah. "You didn't want me to embarrass you tonight? Well, you've done that job perfectly yourself. You've been hiding me, pretending I don't exist, while I've done nothing but support you." Hannah stuttered. "Ethan, I didn't mean..." But Marcus cut her off. "No excuses. A woman who doesn't respect her husband doesn't deserve him." The room fell silent. Hannah's so-called friends shifted uncomfortably, whispering. Laura, the bride, looked furious. "Hannah, is this true? You've been parading around all night like you're single?" Hannah's face turned crimson. She tried to grab my arm, but I stepped back. "You've shown me exactly who you are, Hannah. Tonight, you lost more than respect. You lost me." And right there in front of everyone, I took off my wedding ring, placed it on the table, and walked out with Marcus at my side. The aftermath? Hannah tried calling me for weeks. She sent long messages, begging for forgiveness, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. But the truth was clear. She had been living a double life of appearances and lies. Marcus and I became good friends after that night. Funny enough, he introduced me to new business partners, and my company grew even stronger. As for Hannah, word spread quickly about her behavior at the wedding. Her reputation crumbled, her friends distanced themselves, and even her job opportunities dried up once people realized how manipulative she could be. My only regret? Not walking away sooner. That night taught me something important. Love without respect is nothing, and sometimes the universe sends the right stranger to remind you of your worth. If you liked this story, please subscribe and turn on notifications.